Welcome back to Educate a Mate, the podcast that gives you just enough knowledge to sound like a genius. Or at least you've read a very, very questionable Wikipedia page at 2 a.m. Quick disclaimer, this is for educational and entertainment purposes only. No encouragement of questionable DIY aviation projects, no matter how confident you feel with garden centre purchases. Today's topic, the Darwin Awards. We're kicking off with the legend of Lawnchair Larry, a man, a lawnchair, and enough helium balloons to make physics briefly question its career choices. Let's fly on up and regret our decisions. Fun facts?
This one is going to be relative to the current time of the year. What time of the year is it?
Halloween.
It's been, yeah. Oh, wow. I was about to say it's been and gone, mate. I don't know why you still got your mask on, lad.
Oh, you still? You should have said that. That was a good comeback. It's Christmas. It's Christmas.
So there's a song, isn't there, by the Pogues?
Yeah.
And there's a certain part of the song, and I'm pretty sure it says something along with the NYPD choir.
It does.
Yeah.
Because the New York Police Department do have a choir.
They don't.
What?
They do not have a choir.
They could have a choir.
They may have a choir now, but when they were doing the song, they didn't have a New York Police Department choir.
Isn't the chap that sang as the main singers in the Pogues, though, just like renowned for being horrendously drunk all the time?
Yeah, the fucking cool day it was. Didn't he die in a skiing accident? No. Didn't she die in a skiing accident?
I think she did, yeah. And wasn't too long ago, was it?
No, he died of alcoholism.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Happens to us all.
Anyway, yeah, so that's a fun fact for Christmas period. Someone's like, no, that's incorrect. I'm like, yeah, well, he did listen to the start of the podcast and the end of the podcast. It'll be telling you that we try and be as accurate as possible. But that's what I heard.
Nice.
Why have you got Nazi human experimentation up?
So
I can't be doing this tonight.
there was...
No, fucking hell, man.
We're not doing that. So we'll close that one. So
I know this. This is sick.
This is I love these.
You love the book. I've still got your book. I've got one of your books.
I wondered where that was.
I've got it in mine. Yeah, I'm still reading it.
Okay, so what I want you to do to begin with.
Yep.
And this has a Wikipedia entry. It was such a big thing, and it's quite a long one.
Oh yeah.
So it's 1982,
and
you decide that you've always wanted to be a pilot.
Yeah,
but you've got really shit eyesight.
I've always wanted to be a pilot anyway, but I've got good eyesight.
And you're a cook in the Vietnam War.
Oh, okay.
You became a truck driver.
Yeah.
And then you thought, I'm going to learn how to fly.
That's cool.
Also, your name's Larry. Or Lawrence Richard Walters. To be
My granddad was called Lawrence.
Oh, there you go.
Guess what his nickname was?
Larry.
Taff.
Oh. I wouldn't have guessed that.
He's Welsh.
That makes sense. Yeah. Well, yeah. So you have this idea that you're going to purchase some weather balloons. You're going to attach them to your lawn chair, and you're going to fly over the Mojave Desert.
This is fucking dangerous, man.
No, we don't talk about danger in this. You're then going to use a pellet gun, which you keep to your side. And as you shoot the balloons down,
in theory, you'll slowly descend.
You'll slowly descend, yeah. And that'll work brilliantly. So, what would you take if you were going on a lawn chair with some weather balloons?
Fucking parachute.
So, this actually happened to a guy.
Oh,
he did decide this was a fantastic idea.
How was this gentleman when he carried out this?
He first thought of the idea
when he was 7.
When he was 13.
Fucking hell, the amount of shit I think of at 13 and carried out now. Jesus Christ. Why didn't he just build an airplane and try and fly it? I mean, that's more plausible. I'd prefer to do that. I suppose he was a cook in the Vietnam War, so it just shows you that he is pretty stupid.
Yeah, he's not the brightest little sausage. This is going to be a trend. This guy is dead now.
Oh, fucking R.I.P., man. That's a shame.
I'd love it if we could reach out to him. But he did actually die in a pretty grim circumstance.
Did he die from the acts that he carried out?
No, he didn't.
What the fuck, man? And he didn't die from falling from a lawn chair.
So basically,
Let me guess. He died from trying to cut his hair with a lawnmower.
no, we'll go why he died in a second. Yeah, it's not as fun as that. So he took a CB radio. He took his pellet gun to shoot down the balloons. He took some sandwiches. It doesn't say what sort of sandwiches, but I assume they were like corned beef and onion or something like that. He took 2 liters of Coca-Cola, a pack of beer, and a camera. And then what he did is he tied his lawn chair to his Jeep and he started attaching weather balloons to it. Now, he was sitting on the lawn chair whilst he was doing this.
I just want to check something then. So he was anchored down to his Jeep.
Yep, yeah.
With an excessive amount of rope.
Oh, a little bit in a rope.
Attached balloons.
So basically what happened is he purchased 45 8-foot weather balloons from a military surplus store, as you do. Now, these are 2.4 meters. They're pretty fucking big. And he thought he'd done the calculations to take him up into the air nice and gently, go for a bit of a wander around the Mojave. Look what's going on, take a few photos, eat your sandwiches, drink some beers, and slowly but surely, shoot some balloons, head down. What actually happened is he ended up rising ridiculously fast. So the rope to his Jeep broke.
That's fucking amazing. That's so funny.
And he rose to a height of 16,000 feet.
16,000 feet.
Do you know how people knew he was there? He was spotted by 2 commercial airliners. Imagine driving that plane and being like, Dave, are you seeing what I'm seeing? There's a guy on a lawn chair.
This is a time slip. Do you know what gets me? Yeah, I just want to run through the thing. He managed to achieve that, which is fucking. I think I'll take my hat off to him. So that's pretty impressive. He tried to do the calculations, but in doing so, he fucked the calculations off because he accelerated so fast into the sky. In doing so, he snapped.
There was 45 weather balloons. Like, these weather balloons take probes up pretty fucking high. They take them into the stratosphere.
I'm just trying to think. Yeah.
Should we get a picture of a weather balloon?
Oh, yeah, they're fucking big. They're a weird texture, aren't they, as well?
Yeah.
They have a massive condom.
They are. Big old
Military MOD.
They're pretty cheap, though. I picked one up for like 25 quid. So, weather balloons go pretty big.
Yeah.
Weather balloons are well known for reaching 12 to 25 miles above the air.
That's crazy.
So if only he had AI when he was performing these pre-flight checks. So what he did is, and this was a conversation on his radio.
This is an actual conversation.
This is a conversation, yeah. So
between him and his mate, or
no? So there's a conversation between him and React, which is a CB radio emergency channel.
Yeah,
and go on.
So he's got a CB radio.
He has, yeah,
40 channels.
He went up pretty fast though, so I think he was a bit scared to do anything to begin with.
So he's got 40 channels on CB radio. If I remember rightly, the airplanes at that time wouldn't be working on CB.
Probably not, no.
So they'll just speak to his mates on the ground.
Probably. Honestly, don't know. Either way. So React says, what information do you wish to tell the airport at this time as to your location and your difficulty? Fuck. Larry responds with, the difficulty is, this was an unauthorized balloon launch, and I know I'm in federal airspace, and I'm sure my ground crew has alerted the proper authority, but just call them and tell them I'm okay.
Who's his ground crew? His fucking grandma?
Honestly, don't know. It doesn't go into that detail. So, if you were up in the air,
yeah,
and you wanted to get down, how would you get down? And to be fair, the theory behind his initial thoughts kind of do work.
How would I get down if I was that high up on balloon? I'd like to say I'd intentionally shoot a balloon, but I don't think that would work very well because you'd descend really fast if you accelerate up really fast. So maybe
There are 45 balloons, to be fair. That's a lot of balloons.
these are self-inflating balloons then? So you just
I don't know how a weather balloon works, but
yeah,
I'm going to say they're full of, say, helium.
yeah. So you didn't fill up one by one,
I don't think so. I think he would have
or did you just like pull it and they go?
maybe, or like a canister or something, or he would have put his lawn chair on to begin with, then he would have like loaded all his supplies up, then at some point it snapped.
Oh dear, what a shame.
Surprisingly, the authenticity of what actually happened to begin with isn't super clear because he was probably shooting up too fast to remember what happened slightly before that.
And he had no friends.
Yeah, so he had a ground crew apparently.
He had no friends to like to.
Honest, and if you'd have radioed me, like if you radioed me saying, Moz, I'm 16,000 feet in the air, can you see me? He'd honestly be looking on Skyscanner or something for you.
Be like, wow, by the way, I can see 4 typhoons circling a certain spot at fucking Liverpool airport. Are you okay? I'm like, yeah. Well, my idea behind this is I'm over water now, so I'll jump out.
And I'm going to be... So yeah, he did manage to get back down,
That's impressive.
which was just as bad as he managed to get up.
I bet he hurt himself.
So after about 45 minutes in the sky, and what we're going to go over explains this in great detail of him at first being really worried, then he began to calm himself down, then he ate his sandwiches and made a plan. And he shot several of the balloons with his pellet gun. He was very careful not to unbalance the load, and then he did a bit of an oopsie. He dropped his pellet gun overboard. My favorite statement in this entire article is, despite having taken a camera, he did not take any photos.
Oh my god, yeah, why don't you say
Because he was fucking terrified.
Oh my god.
Anyway, so he descends slowly, and then eventually he ends up getting caught in a power line in Long Beach. And the power line broke, causing a 20-minute electrical blackout. And then he actually landed absolutely fine. He was arrested. He ended up getting fined a reasonable amount. And to be honest, I'm pretty proud of him. I think he did well.
I know, I do. I agree. That is pretty fucking impressive. But it's just like, it's cool as shit. It is a really cool thing. But yeah, he took sandwiches.
It's not super bright, is it?
And the thing is, he took sandwiches, but he is a sandwich short of a picnic basket.
Absolutely.
It's just wild.
You asked about how he died.
Yeah, I'll do that.
And he didn't actually die at all from anything to do with this. He actually ended up volunteering for the United States Forest Service. But he broke up with his girlfriend of 15 years. And then in 93, at the age of 44, he actually died by suicide. Which is actually, I think, a really sad end to what's a fantastic story to tell people.
That is crazy.
But so our subject today, after probably about 20 minutes of talking, is the Darwin Awards.
Oh, yeah.
And I love the Darwin Awards. As you were saying, and I lent you the book, didn't I? So just to go over what the Darwin Awards are for anybody that isn't aware. So they started in the very, very early days of the internet, back in the day of forums. And we're talking like the 1980s to 1990s. Like this is early. And it was basically, they became famous because it was people who made decisions that were so stupid, they almost seemed made up.
Yeah.
Like if I'd have made a story about a guy floating around in an armchair and then taken a census on who actually believes me when I said that it really, really happened, I'd imagine quite a lot of people would be like, nah, that's trash, stupid, that. So yeah, it became famous for basically doing stupid things. And there's 2 categories, and there's some rules around whether or not you get a Darwin Award.
Okay.
Or whether or not you get a honourable mention.
Oh, fucking hell, man. Someone died.
Let me go for the rules first. So Larry the Lawnchair artist was only an honourable mention.
Because he didn't die from his actions of stupidity.
But the person must remove themselves from the gene pool, and they can actually do this in a couple of ways. They can either die, or they can sterilise themselves. So you can make sure you don't contribute to the gene pool in the future.
Wow, this is heavy, man.
The event must be self-inflicted, voluntary, and preventable.
Yeah.
Yeah. The So they're the basic rules. That's literally it. They're just 2 rules, basically, yeah. And with the honourable mentions, it's people that probably should have died
Yeah.
or really stupid shit they should have done. And so a lot of it is sort of like, why was this a good idea? There's loads of risky behaviour, and I'm sure, as you can imagine, there's normally alcohol involved in it. A little bit of improvisation, and maybe some bad science or bad workings out in the case of our friend Larry. So do you remember any Darwin Awards before I go through a few case studies?
Yes, I do remember one. There was multiple, but there was one that springs to mind. I don't know why it does. I think because it involved sex. And it was 2 Italians, a young couple, and they're in the car, and they're driving around, like, the Alps. Yeah, like, the Swiss-Italy border.
Yeah.
And they tried having sex in the car while he was driving. Well, he had the steering wheel, and she jumped on him,
I remember this one.
and they just drive off the edge. Yeah, and they got the Darwin Award for that. And it's just like, yeah, I think one of the things is because it involves sex, they were reproducing, and this is a way of eradicating 2 idiots.
That's bad.
But,
Yeah.
yeah, so they get one because they attempted to reproduce, but then eradicated themselves from the gene pool for stupid acts.
I have a top 3. So before I go through, basically the rest of this podcast is going to be going through Darwin Awards and what we think of them and maybe how we would have avoided it.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm going to go through my top 3 personally. And these are the 3 that I didn't have to research because they're just instilled into my brain.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
So at number 3 is known as the frozen chicken heist. So a woman escapes prison. She somehow gets out of prison and she realizes she's starving. So she goes to a local supermarket and she's like, I'm going to have to steal something in order to eat. So any sensible person would just choose something fairly basic to eat, like biscuits or crisps, or I don't know, something easy to steal. She chose a frozen chicken. She put the frozen chicken down her top. She managed to escape eventually out of the shop and then died of hypothermia because it's frozen to her.
What the hell? That is crazy, but I honestly thought it was going to get crazier. Where you she waited for it to defrost and then ate it,
And they got salmonella.
and then got salmonella, but didn't die from that. She ended up going back to the same shop and slipping on a wet floor sign.
That's very final destination.
Yeah, like fucking hell.
Number 2 for me is the brand new Range Rover.
Brand new Range Rover. What year?
I love this one.
I don't know.
So
What year is this?
I don't know what year it is.
Oh, I just want to know. You say brand new Range Rover, and I'm like, oh,
What year is the brand new? At the time, it was the brand new Range
yeah.
Rover.
I'm trying to visualize the Range Rover.
We'll go for like 2002.
Okay,
So brand new Range Rover.
so that'll be like a P38.
Sure. Okay. I don't know why I bring you to these things. So there's a couple of guys and they bring their friends out and they're on.
Is it a petrol or a diesel?
Fuck my life. Petrol for the story.
Okay, yeah.
They bring their friends out and the premise of this is they're American. They go ice hunting, which basically means they park up on a nice big frozen lake and they send the dogs off. The dogs scare whatever it is and they shoot them.
The dogs.
Yeah, the dogs will shoot them. Now, this chap in particular, the one with the brand new Range Rover, decided it was a fantastic idea to use dynamite to blow up the ice. Because by doing that, you're going to scare all the birds around in the local premises and therefore they're going to fly off and you can shoot them.
Yeah.
So he parks up with his mates and he parks up his really fancy brand new Range Rover and he parks on top of on the ice lake and they walk sort of, I don't know, 50, 100 feet away and he's chatting to his mate and he's like, oh, look at me brand new car and I've got this Spaniel, it's brand new. It's fucking brilliant at bringing back the birds and that. And he pulls out a piece of dynamite. He lights the piece of dynamite and he throws it as far as he can. And the idea is to make a hole in the ice, and then they can, again, shoot any birds that fly up. They can potentially go ice fishing.
I know us.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the same that happened with the Germans when they trained certain things. And he threw this dynamite, and it bounced off the ice, and the spaniel ran straight after.
I wasn't expecting that to happen, actually.
And this spaniel, who's fantastic at retrieving, I mean, it's literally in their nature to retrieve things. The spaniel grabbed this dynamite and starts running back at them. And the guy starts getting angry, and he's like, oh, fucking hell, this fucking dog's bringing some dynamite back at us, lit dynamite towards his group of friends and himself. So what would you do if you had a gun in your hand?
Shoot the dog.
Yeah, you try shooting the dog. So he tries shooting the dog. He's shit shot, and therefore just ends up scaring it. And it runs under his brand new Range Rover to hide.
Oh.
Bang goes the Range Rover. Bang goes the dog. The guys are absolutely fine. It is just an honourable mention, this one.
Oh, it's an honourable mention.
Just an honourable mention. But I love the story because I'm like, everything went wrong that could have gone wrong.
Oh, so he didn't die?
No, he was absolutely fine, but he blew up his car, his dog, and everything that was inside. And I was like, that's rough, that.
Oh, poor dog.
And then my favourite one, which is a Darwin Award, and it's a very, very simple story. It'll probably take less than 30 seconds to tell. It is called the Bumbershoot.
I don't think I've heard this.
So, a sword swallower is showing off in front of a party of people, and he tried swallowing an umbrella and accidentally pressed the button.
Oh.
He died.
Oh, God.
I don't know why I like that one so much, but just the idea of it, it's just kind of like he presses the button, and then for a split second he goes, bollocks.
Oh, God. That's crazy.
But we've got some more. And these are actually Darwin Awards. So we have the vending machine wrestler. So have you ever had it where a vending machine eats your money back in the day when you didn't use card?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the vending machine eats his money, and he gets really angry, he gets really pissed with it, and he starts to shake this vending machine. And then I'm sure everybody's seen that statistic where you're more likely to be killed by a vending machine than win the lottery.
No, I haven't. But this is the reason the statistic.
And that's part of the statistic, because the machine tipped over and crushed him.
Oh my God.
Turns out gravity wins. There was another one where, so there's another called the lava lamp experiment.
Oh, yeah.
And a guy tries to heat a lava lamp up on the stove because it's not melting quickly enough. So anybody from the 80s and 90s, when you had a lava lamp, when you switch it on to begin with, it takes like 45 minutes to actually start doing anything.
Yeah, the idea is not to turn them off.
I get that.
Yeah.
But you would, because your parents would be like, we're not made of money, it's not Blackpool Illuminations.
They get hot, man. They get hot.
I never had one. My sister's had one, but I never had one.
I had the proper rocket shaped one. It was blue.
That is very 90s.
It was so fucking cool, but like you just leave it on.
Well, the issue is he thought because it takes a while to heat it up himself on the stove.
Jeez.
Which in theory,
I kind of get.
Yeah, I kind of get it. Unfortunately, he kind of forgot that it's in sort of like an encasement of glass.
It's like vacuum.
Yeah, so
sealed container.
The pressure ended up building up, and the lamp explodes. It ended up killing him.
It killed him. How old was the person then? I reckon this is like a dad doing it. The kid.
Probably, yeah. He's probably setting up for his. He's like, this will be nice, won't it? Why isn't it working yet?
That's something I'd do there.
This is a fantastic one, and this is something I'd do. So a guy was wandering around, I think on a beach, and he found an old hand grenade.
Oh yeah.
And his first thought was, "Is this real? Let's pull the pin out." But he did this indoors. He did this at home.
Oh shit! So he brought it back home.
He brought it back home. He pulled the pin out to check whether it was real. Turns out it was real.
It just exploded.
It just exploded.
What the fuck? What the heck? I'm just gonna pull it out. Right.
People are stupid. Like the human race, our whole podcast is educating people.
Yeah.
And then you read stuff like this, and you're like, "We're going the wrong way. We're really going the wrong way."
Even if it had the pin in, and even if it was real, I'd still just leave the pin in it. And I probably wouldn't have it in my house to begin with.
Ring like the army or something. I think I've got a firearmy thing.
got explosives. Or I'd take it to the bottom field and I'd put it in the microwave and record it.
See, that'll be good, actually.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I think I would, to test it, I would pull the pin and throw it somewhere far.
The thing is, even if it was real and you pulled the pin, it could
Literally detonate straight away.
Yeah.
There might not be a timer on it. Or the time is fucked.
Depends what type of grenade it is and how the timer works. Like, have you seen... We're talking World War II now. So the American grenades versus the German grenades are very different in design.
Germans had the stick grenades, didn't they?
Yeah, so the stick grenade itself, when you threw it...
The whole point was for it to spiral and hit something.
Yeah, but inside the mechanism is a different type of mechanism. So you press the plunger, and then when you threw it, the mechanism inside would know it's moving and do it. On the American ones, where you pull the pin and let go, that would be like a timed grenade, not like a linear impact grenade. There's so many different ones. Sorry.
Interesting. We could do a podcast on grenades.
Yeah.
There was also, I quite like all of Darwin Wars, to be honest, and this is why I chose this. And just to let everybody know, this will be the end of the season.
Oh yeah.
This is season end, which is why we're going for something slightly more lighthearted, but also...
This is why you need to educate yourself with this podcast.
I just imagine there's hundreds of people currently strapping themselves to lawn chairs like, we shouldn't do this. Well, I'm sure glad I listened to this podcast.
I'm sure glad I tuned into these guys.
And they're all shooting the weather balloons like, let's tie it twice to my G, because that's where he went wrong.
I should have got a chain rather than a rope.
So there's another one where a man attempted to steal an RPG, so a military standard rocket-propelled grenade from a military base.
What?
Yeah.
He tried to steal one. Let me guess. He put it in his sock.
Not quite.
In his boot.
It was stuck
Up his insole.
It doesn't... It should have been, to be honest. It was stuck, so it doesn't exactly say how it was stuck, but he managed to loosen it by hitting it with a hammer.
Oh, wow.
Now, for anybody that doesn't know how an RPG works, generally it's impact. And so, yeah, he blew up as well. There's also the festival fire starter. And so a festival goer tried to light a barbecue using a certain type of fuel inside a tent. The tent did indeed heat up. Any idea on the fuel? If you were trying to absolutely make sure that the barbecue didn't explode in any way, shape, or form.
It was petrol.
Yeah, absolutely. It was petrol. Covered a barbecue in petrol.
Inside a tent.
Inside a tent. Again, he did not survive.
Oh, man, imagine the screams. That's terrifying.
And not being able to get out as well.
Yeah, it's just melting on you.
Stress that is. It's a lot. There is actually quite a lot of selfies. So for anybody that really enjoys taking a selfie, there's literally hundreds of cases.
Isn't this like a train selfie one? Have you seen the train selfie where people are trying to get selfies in front of trains?
There is actually one in a minute that is a train selfie.
Yeah.
The ones I'm talking about is selfies on the tops of mountains. And what they'll do is they'll try and get the best view possible. They'll end up stepping back and falling down the mountain.
Oh my God.
And they probably don't even take the photo.
No. That's crazy.
But there is the selfie with the train trend. And again, this is one where multiple cases exist. But there was one particularly that stands out. So there was a chap in India who tried to take a selfie with a moving train. And he stood closer and closer and closer. And then he got squished by the train. And the train conductor did have an interview afterwards and said, I did try and warn him, but the man was very committed to the pose. Like, how you don't notice a train coming towards you. This one's called the lawnmower mechanic.
Oh, he's got his hand underneath it.
Honestly, yeah, this guy does sound like me, to be honest. So there was a chap who repaired his lawnmower while it was running because it was too much effort to pull the starter cord again. So whilst the lawnmower was running...
What was he repairing on it?
That's a solid point. Either way, when he leaned over it, he slipped. And then the machine removed him from the gene pool. But that actually reminds me of... I used to have a lawnmower that once you started it, you couldn't stop it without a screwdriver.
Didn't I tell you to pull the HT lead off the spark plug?
You did, yeah, but it was way more fun to have I think it was the screwdriver in the accelerator bit.
Yeah, to kill it off.
Yeah, and then when you pull it out, it essentially completely chokes it.
Oh.
But occasionally, it wouldn't stop.
You just click it the other way, just rev up.
So during COVID, my sister decided to mow the lawn, and I forgot to tell her about this little inkling of information, and I went to work, and I came back about 2 or 3 hours later, and she was like, "Your lawnmower is a death trap." And I was like, "What do you mean? It's not that bad." And she was like, "I've just mown the lawn for 2 hours straight because I couldn't get the cunt to switch off."
Oh, fucking your lawn isn't even that big. You do it in 10 minutes.
There's one called the exploding tire. Now, if you were to inflate a something large like a tractor tire,
This is actually, before you go any further now,
you're going to say this is a legit thing that happened.
this is a legit thing. It doesn't happen a lot, but if the tire isn't beaded or sat right, it can just explode. And especially on tractor tires and stuff. When we was at college, we had to watch videos. You wouldn't get that nowadays, where you'd have to sit through health and safety videos.
Watching people die.
Pretty much getting pulled into PTOs.
I remember you saying this actually, yeah, until waves and things.
Yeah, just watch. Yeah, you have to sit there, health and safety. Yeah, right. We have to watch this now. So it'll be 2 hours of watching fucking videos of this is what happened with this, and it's just you're like, fucking hell. So you put them in cages. So normally you're meant to, not on car tires and stuff, because
Tractor trucks are pretty big, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, so these chaps decided that instead of inflating it with air, they were just going to use pure oxygen because it was faster.
Oh my god. Oxygen is quite flammable.
What? Yeah, they used an oxygen tank to pump up this tire. It turns out that the tire exploded and killed 2 people. That's a double Darwin Award.
Yeah, so the thing as well with, if I remember rightly, pure oxygen, and you get oil or grease near pressurized pure oxygen, it causes a flash point to the grease, and it'll just instantly
go.
Fuck off, you bang.
That's pretty cool.
If you are inflating a tire, and instead of using just a compressor with natural atmospheric air, with mixed of argon and all that sort of shit, you can use just nitrogen. So you can inflate tires with just nitrogen, which is an inert gas that is inflammable. But nitrogen is actually meant to be lighter than it is lighter than oxygen, so it's meant to increase your MPG and shit like that. But
whether it does,
yeah,
is debatable.
That's what I was told, but
that's what I was told, and therefore it must be true.
Yeah.
There was one where I haven't mentioned animals for a while, so I might as well mention it.
Yeah, I'll do it.
There was one where there was a hippie couple.
Oh yeah.
This isn't actually on the screen, so just remember this now. They didn't remember anything. There was a hippie couple.
Can you just remember what's going on?
No. There was a hippie couple, and they decided that tigers were incredibly friendly and part of their entire religion. And if only they showed peace to the tiger would show peace to them.
Okay.
So the male got into the tiger exhibit at a zoo. He walked towards the tiger and he put a flowery garland around its neck. Yeah, tiger's looking all pretty, oh, I'm fancy.
I just landed in Hawaii kind of joke.
Yeah. Here's some fish, off you go. The tiger disemboweled him.
Disemboweling is where it rips you inside.
Basically, ripped open the stomach, yeah.
Yeah.
Completely, his insides went all over the floor.
It was just one claw swipe, is he got?
Yeah, the girlfriend left pretty quick and decided actually maybe the religion wasn't for
Jesus
Christ. But, he got himself a cheeky little Darwin Award from that.
Does it give you names on it?
It doesn't, unfortunately.
In all fairness, this book could just be made up, mate.
It could.
We've just been conned.
Absolutely, yeah. I've been conned for years. I hope so. And then there's also the firework helmet.
Oh yeah, I'm about that.
Yeah, so the man placed a lit 3-foot firework on top of his helmet as a joke.
Oh yeah.
Any idea what comes out of the bottom of a firework?
Yeah, it's pretty fucking hard.
It does, yeah, and it killed him.
Killed him?
Burnt him alive.
Did you not take his helmet off?
He did not. I don't think he had time to be honest.
God.
But I think the Darwin Awards are interesting. It's just meant to go through a little bit of human stupidity to make us realise we're not actually as smart as we think we are.
Yeah.
We'll actually end with one of the...
Yeah.
We've got one.
Yeah.
We've got one.
I'm listening.
So they do get confirmed, apparently.
Okay.
There actually is like a full reference, and then it's in the newspaper and everything else. This is, you know, when you're not in the headspace to do. I was going to do the Nazi human experiment. I was like, I'm not in the headspace for it. I need to be concentrated on what I'm doing.
I've got one for you.
Go on.
It's a Darwin Award that I read in your book, and it was about the guy who decided to mingle with elephants.
Okay.
Yeah, so it goes that he decided to mingle with elephants in... Where's the place elephants live in Africa?
So just chilling in probably like Kenya or...
I don't know, he just said Africa. What are them places where they look after them?
like a reserve.
Yeah, it's a reserve. And he was with the elephants in the reserve, and he was, like, obviously being involved with the elephants and stuff like that. I think he had sexual feelings for the elephants. So he tried to mount the back of an elephant, and you know what people try and do. Weird people. So...
Tried to crack on with the elephant.
Yeah, and in doing so, the elephant sat down on him, killed him.
So we'll end on this one. So this was an attempt at a Darwin Award.
And an actual attempt. This person's like, I'm going to attempt the book.
He's like, I'm going to be a part of this book.
Oh my God.
So he actually died in a slightly different way to what he actually was hoping to die from. So he obviously wasn't in the best of places. And
You say best of places, you mean like Detroit or Boston or like
Liverpool.
Yeah, that's not a good place. Okay.
So he was trying to kill himself, and he decided to hang himself over a cliff over some water. So obviously he's either going to die by asphyxiation, or he's going to drown, or he's going to end up hitting the water and dying from impact. He had a gun and the necessary supplies, but wanted to make sure that he definitely died, so he consumed some poison too. As he jumped down, he tried to shoot himself. He missed. He hit the rope. He cut the rope, which sent him down into the water. As he hit the water, he threw up from the impact, which got rid of the poison. And then he was rescued just in time to die from hypothermia.
He died of hypothermia?
Yeah.
Is that true?
That is, on Snopes, it's down as being...
confirmed. Failed suicide.
Yeah, it's been fact-checked.
That's crazy. That's a good shot, that is.
It is, yeah. An accidental shot is what that is.
That's crazy.
Um...
By any chance have you been looking at holidays?
No.
Because your ads say different.
So humans are creative, especially when they do something stupid. I think a few little honourable mentions are aspects such as trying to siphon petrol whilst you have a lit cigarette. A thief trying to steal copper wiring, but it just happens to be from a live substation. Hunters accidentally shooting their own truck thinking it was a deer. And a guy who broke into a zoo to high-five a lion. So, they're all pretty decent. I'd highly recommend reading the Darwin Awards because they're good.
Yeah, if you go to the bottom of this podcast and you click on the link, you'll be able to get a discount code, but you won't because we're not affiliated with anyone.
I was looking forward to where that was going. I was like, he knows something I don't.
Just Google the Darwin Awards. But thank you for listening to season 1 of Educate A Mate.
We look forward to see you in the next season. That was Educate A Mate on the Darwin Awards. A celebration of people removing themselves from the gene pool in the most unbelievable ways imaginable. Natural selection, but on hard mode. If you learned something today, give us a follow and try not to qualify for a future episode. Catch you next time on Educate A Mate.